So, this is kind of crazy. La'el Collins, right tackle for Cincinnati Bengals. The man got hurt in the Patriots game last year in the rehab process, and we thought was near impossible to come back by week 1 of this next season. He's going to be pushing himself to be back on the field. And this, of course, does come down to a lot of different factors. Let's go ahead and look into them. Starting off right away, yes. Number 1, he told Bengals.com he's in the right track of his rehab process and would like to take a shot at coming back by opening day. It is what it is. Collins knows the situation he's in, okay? And a lot of times we think of players we're like, oh yeah, they're just easily replaceable, right? Oh, well, he's not good, you bring him in, whatever. They are still human beings still. They know what's going on. They hear the media. They hear the reports. And Collins right now knows he's on the hot seat. He really is on the hot seat. So here's what he had to say about the whole situation. When you're the type of team, when you are on the type of team we have, knowing how close we are, knowing how good we really can be, and also knowing we have talent to be able to go get a championship, that will continue to push me. And this article continues to read how it was near impossible to ever think he's come back by week 1. I mean, right now, I think the earliest I've seen him come back, like speculation-wise, was week 4. So the fact he's come back week 1 kind of throws a wrench into everything. But not really, right? Because now you have an interesting dilemma on your hand. Right tackle, if he does come back, week 1, you have Collins, Jackson Carman, Jonah Williams, and you have, Akeem technically, but Cody Ford. 3 solid right tackles. I'm not going to say that Cody Ford is solid. 3 solid right tackles. It's a problem that's a good problem. Because you now have the either draft capital to do whatever you want, or you can move players different positions. Now, I highly doubt Jonah is going to go and play guard. I highly doubt it. He, played left tackle. Atlanta Brown signs. He wanted to move out of left tackle. He then requested a trade. They didn't find a trade partner because they wanted a first or second round pick. And then, blah, 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 he's now right tackle. And they're pretty much saying, hey, listen, you're right tackle. Period. End of story. We're not talking about anything else. So with Collins coming back now, based on what I have heard, Jackson Carman is really impressing Bengals coaches. They like how he is. They like how he's playing. He's giving his all to try to be the right tackle for this team. So, at right tackle at this moment in time, it really seems like it's Collins and Carman. Right tackle. Jonah, if he doesn't want to play right tackle, he probably doesn't want to play guard. Because the reason why he wants to play left tackle is because left tackle gets big money. He wants big money. He's only the last year of his contract. He doesn't want to be known as a right tackle and get a contract as a right tackle. He wants to get a contract as a left tackle. So Jonah now is the odd man out. Like, completely. If Collins is back. Now, you could say, well, why don't we just trade La'el Collins, right? Trade him, get rid of him, go get someone for him. Because if you trade Collins, right, it's a $7.6 million cap savings. If you cut him or trade him, it's a $7.6 million. The reason why you don't do that is because Jonah is 12.6. You can't cut Jonah Williams. You can't. If you're Bengals, you literally lose $12.6 million in dead money if you cut him. So you have to trade Jonah. You can cut Collins, but you have to trade Jonah. So it's like so many different factors now are being considered because, let's be honest, we talked about it for many months now, Cincinnati could take a right tackle in this upcoming draft. The first round pick could be a right tackle. If you take a right tackle in the first round, now you're 1,000% Jonah's being traded. Not even a question. he's $12.6 million. But if Collins is back by week 1, and I said this before with the whole, rookie / Jonah thing, if Collins is back by week 1, but first off, if he's back by week 1, he's not going to be 100%. He's going to be, back and healthy, but he's not going to be 100%. He's still going to be, a little hobbled a tad bit. This could actually work in Cincinnati's favor. And this is actually taking a book from Baltimore, the Baltimore Ravens, and how they worked out with Ronnie Stanley. So, when Ronnie Stanley had his, ACL tear, he was out for the whole season, he comes back, and they put him out there week 1, full snap count, ready to go, you're going to play. By the 20th or 22nd play, man completely tore his ACL again. Like, he could not last the whole game. He played one game and tore his whole ACL yet again. So, when he came back the following year, what they did was, they said, okay, you know what, Stanley, we get you back now. You're healthy, right? You're good. But, we're going to make you a rotational piece. What that means is, if there's 30 plays in the game, Stanley, you're going to play 15. Our rookie's going to play 15. And that's what we did. We rotated him in and out, 15 plays. We saw how the rookie left tackle played, how he looked, and we also saw how Ronnie Stanley looked. First off, it helped Stanley because whenever, he was on for a couple of plays, and then, his body was starting to deteriorate because he's coming off an injury. He's healthy, but he's still returning. He would get a nice break, a nice little, time off on the sideline, couple plays, 5, 6 plays, and then come back in. And we also saw how good the left tackle played. And this could be what they do, not with Jonah, but if Collins is back by week 1, you could do the same concept with Collins. Rotate Collins in and out of the lineup with, a rookie you draft in the first or second round. And the whole idea with the Stanley thing was the Stanley get healthy. The idea with this thing is the right tackle hopefully becomes good enough and shows enough that he becomes the starter, and you cut Collins for $7.6 million, and then you have Jackson Carman as a backup, and obviously you already traded away Jonah Williams. So it really does throw a little bit of a wrench in everything, kinda, in the aspect range of now you gotta think it might be a smart move to get rid of Jonah Williams. Now, here's the problem, right? I put a video out a couple days ago talking about ESPN mock trade where the Bengals would give up their first and third for the Bucks' first and third. So swapperoo plus they get Jonah Williams, right? And I saw a lot of people say, oh my God, I would take that trade in a heartbeat. Bengals get picked 19. They go from 28 to 19, and then they go up from, I think it was like third round. They go up 15 spots. Like, of course, yeah, duh, get that trade. The problem with Jonah Williams, right, in trading Jonah is Cincinnati values him as a first or second round pick. That's it, period. And if you are going to make a trade for Jonah, right, plus the Bengals' first round pick, then you're going to have to give up a first or a second. So, for example, if realistically speaking, the reason why Cincy would not accept the Bucks trade of a 19th pick in the draft, third round pick for the 28th, and a third round pick plus Jonah Williams, is they would say, listen, we like this trade, but you didn't give us any value for Jonah. We want a first or a second for Jonah. And then we'll take the trade. So that's really the problem. Is that how Cincinnati's going to work here is they're going to say, we need accurate value for Jonah. Because at the end of the day, let's say all this is hypothetical, Collins isn't back healthy by week 1. Put yourself in Cincinnati's shoes. They need a right tackle. And if Jackson Carman doesn't work out, they need somebody. So they're not going to give up somebody unless it's for enough value that they're going to be able to replace that somebody. So, with that being said, I do hope Collins is back. But I hope he's not back because he rushed himself back and now he's, even more injured for the foreseeable future. A little bit of me saying that is kind of selfishness, because I'm saying that in the aspect range of, if he is back healthy and he's not rushing himself, you can trade him too. Get rid of him, trade him, cut him, whatever the case. You can't cut a guy who's injured. You can't. So you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place until he comes back healthy. But you know what? I say it with Trayvon Williams. I'll say it with Collins. I'll say it with any Bengals players here. Any player who wants to give it his all to become a starter on this team and do everything that it takes to become, to really push himself to be the best for Cincy, I always welcome it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Peace.